What kind of person can survive extreme freezing cold, live completely alone for 2 months, and create history without eating a single bite of food, surviving only on snow? This is the true story of Peter Skyllberg. Peter Skyllberg was traveling through a remote and deserted region of Sweden, a place so isolated that months could pass without seeing another human being. It was morning around 10 to 11 a.m. At first, the weather seemed calm and quiet, but as the car moved forward, the road became more dangerous. The snow grew thicker, the surroundings more silent, and the cold more intense with every passing kilometer. Suddenly, at a sharp turn, the car lost balance. The tires lost their grip on the icy road. In a matter of seconds, the vehicle slid off the road and fell into a deep, snow-filled ditch. This was no minor accident. It turned into the biggest threat to Peter's life. The front of the car was completely buried in snow. Peter turned off the engine and tried to restart it, using all his strength, but the car did not move even an inch. He tried to open the door and pulled the handle hard, but the heavy snow had completely trapped the vehicle. There was no way out outside. There was nothing but endless snow in every direction. Peter knew that if he stepped outside, he would freeze to death. At that moment, he made the most important decision of his life. He decided to stay inside the car. Inside the vehicle, he had very limited supplies: one bottle of water, a jacket, a mobile phone, and very little space to move. He checked his phone repeatedly, hoping to find a signal, but there was none. Not even a single bar. 3 hours passed while he sat inside the car. Darkness slowly began to fall, and the cold became more severe. One full day passed. Then Peter realized something terrifying. He had absolutely no food. No biscuits, no snacks, nothing at all. The only thing he had was one bottle of water. The cold inside the car was intense, but still less deadly than the freezing conditions outside. By now, the car was almost completely covered in snow. While searching inside, Peter found a sleeping bag in the car, which helped reduce the cold. He wrapped himself tightly in it to survive the freezing temperatures. There was now only one thing left that could keep him alive: snow. Peter began breaking snow, putting it into his mouth, letting it melt slowly, and then swallowing it. This became his only source of water and survival. Days passed, and time completely lost its meaning. 3 weeks went by. Peter remained trapped inside the car. His body grew weaker day by day. He began losing weight rapidly. He often felt dizzy, and many times darkness blurred his vision. Still, he refused to give up. He knew one thing very clearly: stepping outside the car would mean certain death. 55 days passed by now. The car was completely buried under thick layers of snow. From the outside, it was impossible to tell that a human being was alive inside the vehicle. Then, on February 19, 2012, a group of people came to the area to clear snow. They noticed an unusual mound of snow. One of them started removing it, and soon they discovered a car buried underneath. Suddenly, they noticed slight movement inside. They were shocked. A man was alive inside a car that had been buried under snow for nearly 2 months. They immediately called the rescue team. The rescuers cleared the snow, broke open the doors, and pulled Peter Skyllberg out of the vehicle alive and conscious. Against all odds, Peter Skyllberg survived 60 days in extreme freezing conditions without food, living only on melted snow. This is not a story from a movie. This is a real and true survival story. I hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you so much for watching.